Hello friends, how's everyone doing today? Welcome to my channel and welcome to Tag Tuesday. So this is an open collab hosted by me, and anyone is welcome to join in. Any Tuesday you can post a video on YouTube or Instagram post, or you can also post a photo of your tag project in Studio 28E on Facebook, which I'll have a link to that Facebook group in my description box. You just have to make sure you're a member. You know how it is if you're a member of any groups. You have to hit the join button if you're not a member, answer the questions, and then after you're approved, you post your photo of your tag, and just put, if you wouldn't mind, just put Sherry knows. Sherry is the admin, is the leader, our fearless leader there. I'm an admin there, but yeah, she knows that she's given permission for people to come over there and post tag photos. So awesome, right? So let's get started. For today's project, I'm using some bird pages again, and I kind of have an idea in mind that I want to try, and it's not so different from what most of us has probably done before, but I'm going to try to go at it in a different way, and I have not practiced it, so this is like my practice right now. So what I did was take two of the generic pages from the bird book, and these two pages were in there. I thought they were so pretty. They have this yellow, and then they have pink lines, and then all this stats here about different birds, and this one too, but this one has blue lines here, same as the other one, pink lines, and this one has blue lines. So I thought that was cool. And then I have this one. I don't know if we'll work on this one today. This is going to be a tag too, but it's these pretty birds here. So another bird page. But I'm going to put this one to the side for now. I'm going to concentrate on these two, and maybe that one I'll probably just distress it, find a topper, and do the angle corners, and be done. Maybe I don't know if I'll put anything else on here or not, because that's so pretty just the way it is. So these two, I was watching Rose Hill Paper Cottage, and I'll link one of her videos below. I'll try to remember to do that. But she was working on these, what she's calling flea market journals. And so I started watching that style, and she did tons of journals in that style. And it's kind of like, vintage layering and things like that. And her inspiration was some fabric that she picked up that was called the flea market style fabric. And there's a couple different kinds of that where they have different layout of different things on the paper. So these already have a base, and I already like them the way they are. So these are not going to be total flea market style, because I'm not going to cover this whole thing with stuff. I want this to most of this to show, but I want to put a couple pieces on there here to see if I can make it look like flea market style, but with these pages as a base. So maybe first of all, I'll go ahead and cut my tag shape so I know what space I have to work with here. So let's just cut our little angles. Yeah, so yeah, I'm kind of interested in that flea market style. I think it's really cool. It's right up my alley because I love the eclectic look, and I love just putting all eclectic things in a journal. And it's you could say it's eclectic, or you could it's kind of like the flea market style is eclectic, right? Or either or, as far as I can tell. But anyway, so there's our angles. Let's cut some holes. Right about there. Yeah, I think I do want some holes. I will put some type of topper on here, but I'm going to just put a little embellishment or decoration on here so that we can kind of practice. I can practice on that flea market style look. So I looked closely at the fabric that she had. I looked it up online and just looked at the fabric. And it's so cool. I love it. But I didn't buy any or anything, but I looked at what was on there. So what was on there was just a lot of different things. It kind of reminded me of, some of the pieces reminded me of Tim Holtz and just things like that. So there were some stamps on there too, not green stamps. I think they were another kind of stamp like this. I think they were red. There were some red ones and maybe some other colors. I'm not sure, but let's see. Do I have more than one page here? Let's see. I wonder if I can peel these off here at all. I hate to waste the back side here. Kind of want to strip. Oh, they are kind of coming off, aren't they? Yay! Because I can leave one side on the paper and then just take this side off maybe. But all I need is maybe a couple strips. So let's just leave it at that for now. And let me pull off a couple strips here. These are S&H Greene stamps. I picked these up at a flea market one time. It's the only time I've ever seen them. Never saw them in a thrift store, or I would have picked them up. But I did see them at a decent price at a flea market one time. So that was awesome. So here is one piece of my flea market style. Okay, what else can I put on here? So there's all kinds of things that, and there's a couple different flea market styles I noticed. Like some of them, the pieces that you put on are overlapping, and then some of them, the pieces that you put on are kind of right next to each other and nothing's overlapping. Really cool looking, I think. So I think I'm going for the non-overlapping today. And I'm looking for my pieces. I pulled a couple pieces out here, and then because these are just small spaces, so I thought I would just work with the small space I have here on these little tags. Well, they're not that little, but they're not like a full page or anything. So here is another piece I can put on here to get that flea market style. So I would put maybe this here. Like I said, this non-layering kind of. So in fact, I don't have to put this whole thing on here. Let me cut this in half. This is a print I have these from Daisy Tsunami Rose. I used to be on her design team, and I printed out extra. I didn't mean to, probably didn't mean to, but I did print out extra pieces one time when I was making a journal on her design team. So I just found these the other day, and I didn't realize they were, I just put them all in my ephemera box. So, okay, so that's going to be something like that. And this one can go here. Let's see which way I want it. So these are going to be very similar. But like I said, just practicing my flea market style. So this is a label, like a cart. It says carte postale. It's a postage label that's printed, you know, from Daisy. So let me cut that in half too, because it's a little big. I'm going to cut it right in half. I'm not going to worry about what's on it. I'm just going to cut it in half and kind of, like I said, practicing my flea market style here. Pretty fun, right? I don't want to cover up all of this though. Let me put this one this way so I can leave. I might leave the top part here. I'll leave all of this because I want to see the yellow, and I want to see some of the blue lines going across here. So that might be it. Let's see this one too. I want to see the pink lines on this going across. So we'll just do that. And then we'll have something on the top. So yeah, good way to use up some scraps too. So let's glue these down. My first flea market style tags. That was fun, right? Quick. But yeah, just a good excuse to use some of your bits. Like I hardly ever use these S&H Greene stamps, and then when I saw them on that fabric, I was like, oh, there weren't these. Like I said, they were different, but still similar, you know. So I figured, hey, I can use those Greene stamps on something that's really cool, you know. So yeah, fun. Love it. All right. So cool. All right, so that's that piece. And yeah, they're so neatly placed a little. If you look up that fabric, I looked it up. I didn't know really what it was called or who made it. I went back to, I'll list her video again, Rose Hill Paper Cottage, and she kind of says who it is, and I don't know if I missed it or I didn't understand what she said, but I didn't really have the name down, so I kind of had to just Google it. And then something came up, and I had to click on a couple different ones to figure out. And then I found it and actually saved a picture of it. You know how you can save an image on your computer. I saved two pictures of two of them, just so I could look back and remember how it was laid out. You know what I mean? And it's so cool. It's like so much up my alley. I just want to sit there and stare at all the little pieces. It's so cool. Yeah, so yeah, I thought it'd be fun to make my own instead of like using the fabric, make my own flea market style kind of layout. I guess that's what it is, a layout. All right, so yeah, awesome. And so yeah, you could do it. Actually, I might grab something else before this video is over, because I'm remembering what I think her name is Heather at Rose Hill Paper Cottage. There's a couple different Heathers around. That's why I hesitated. There's Heather at Ruby and Pearl too. I think she's Heather. And there's Heather at Rose Hill Paper Cottage. So gotta keep these names straight, right? Yeah, but it was Rose Hill Paper Cottage what that did all the journals. Okay, so we're putting these this way. Yeah, so this is what is cool about this. You have this layout. Okay, now I gotta grab some. See, I wasn't sure what I was going to put on here, so I didn't grab anything for the top, except, oh, I did grab something. That's right. I grabbed this because I thought maybe I would glue this down. Some of this, it's probably perfect for this, flea market style too, but it's ribbon. It's words. It's measuring tape ribbon, and I'm looking for my scissors. Oh, I took them in the other room. Okay, let me grab these. My favorite fabric scissors are in the other room, but I have these two that I keep by my sewing machine. They're just cheap little scissors, but they cut thread. I can snip thread off with them, and in a pinch, I can cut fabric if I need to. Like this is a fabric ribbon, so all right, let's cut a piece of this off. Let's see, let's cut it opposite from the other side, and I'm going to see if I can use these for the topper. I think that would be perfect for a flea market style tag. So we'll have our topper, and I'm kind of thinking about whether I want to distress or not. Like you can, or you don't have to. It's probably just up to whatever anyone wants to do, right? So there we go. That does look cute. Adds to the flea market style look, I think. And then I need one for the other one. Trying to make sure they're long enough. So then after this, another cool thing that I noticed, which I'm going to grab one more thing. I'll probably pause and go, unless I can grab it right behind me. I have some things right behind me that I didn't exactly get out, because I have pulled out quite a few things, and I just thought of something that I don't know if Heather at Rose Hill Paper Cottage used it, or it was on the fabric that I saved the picture of, but wherever it looked really, really cool and pretty. So let me get this straight here. All right, so let me see. I just want to make sure I didn't put it over here, because it's out of your sight, but I have a bunch of things over here. Yeah, no, that's all for like the base type thing. Okay, so you have this, and then you add something like on top of everything, right? So you can add like a bird or a butterfly, right? So here is, where are my birds? Here's my butterflies. I did want to kind of maybe add a bird too. So, but let's see, we've got reds and we've got pinks over here. Here is a bird, a butterfly that's very bright. So like you get your flea market style layout, and then you just put something smack dab in the middle of it. And there you go. It's done. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to, I'm still deciding whether I'm going to distress the tag, but I'm going to go ahead and distress this little white edges on this butterfly, because they're so white. I wish Tim had options on what he does with the edges here, and wouldn't want the price to go up, but it would be nice if these edges weren't so white. Tim? Mr. Holtz? I know he's not watching my video. I'm just a peon in the craft world, right? Okay, so yeah, let's put some, oh, this is so exciting, because I didn't know how these would come out. I just pulled pieces out here and put them out here, and I'm like, I'm going to practice my flea market style. That would be fun. All right, so got glue all over. So just smack dab, like I think it looks best up here. Okay, so yep, All right. Okay, there's one, and I kind of would like to use something different. I'm trying to think, where's my birds? I've got flowers. Just hold on, hold on. Oh, they're not there. Where are they? Well, I guess I'll have to use a butterfly. I'm so organized, I don't know where it is. That's the truth. You put everything away, and you're like, I keep reorganizing my Tim Holtz. That's my problem at the moment. I put the birds and flowers somewhere, and that's because I put them in that Tupperware thing. If you saw that video. Ooh, that's pretty. See that? A bigger one? I could do that, and it looks good with the yellow. I mean, any of these would look pretty. But yeah, I decided the Tupperware thing was too big, and I have some other things which I could show you at some point that I love. I found at a thrift store. I found these containers. I was like, oh, these are different, but they're a beautiful color. They're like turquoisey aqua kind of color. And I have those colors in my craft room as accents, and in my little rolly card is that aqua color. And so I found these little containers, and sometime I'll show you, because they're not, I totally did not use them for their intended purpose. But when I saw them, I was like, wow, I should really get those. Those would look so cute in my craft room, and they would be perfect, and I could do this, that, and the other with them. And they won't take up any room. And so that's what I did. And then, but only 2 of my packs fit in there. You know, like I put the paper dolls in one, and snippets in another one. And I put the birds. I don't have a third one, so I don't know where I put the birds and the flowers now. I have to figure out where I ended up putting those. I thought I left them here on my desk, but I see they're not there. Okay, so this is gonna go right up here. I'm gonna plop it down. I think I'll move it over so it'll be hanging off a little bit right here and right here, but that's okay. I'm going to leave it hanging off. I think that's pretty. I'm not going to cut it off or anything at the edge. I'm just going to leave it hanging over. Just want to make sure it's all nice and glued down. And I'm going to call it done. I do have a little glue here I need to wipe off. But there, that is my first official flea market style. Isn't that cool? I mean, do you see the difference in the regular kind of layering and just whatever, maybe decorating and doing it like this? What's being called now the flea market style, I guess, started by this fabric. Maybe, I don't know. That's the first time I've heard of it, so that's why I'm referencing Rose Hill Paper Cottage, because that's the first time I heard of it. And then there are other crafters that are doing it too. I saw at least one other. So yeah, I think more and more people are going to probably start doing that. So, but yeah, whoever did I have to look at the name again on whoever designed the fabric. And I don't want to say a name and then be wrong. You know, like I have a name in my head, but I don't know if that's who it was, so I don't want to say the wrong name. So maybe if I find it. I have the picture saved, but if I find it on my computer, I can put that link too, so you can see the fabric. Not necessarily trying to get you to buy anything. I'm trying to just show you what I'm talking about with the picture of it. Okay. I did go ahead, as you can see, distress around the edges. I think it looks good because the flea market style is a vintage style. So, but I really like, I'm just trying to knock off these white edges here on Mr. Holtz's butterflies. Okay, so we did the front of this one. Let's do the back. And we'll be done for this Tag Tuesday. And that was so fun. I can't wait to do some more flea market style, paper crafting. So cool. All right, guys and friends, I hope you enjoyed my first flea market style tags. I love them so much. So cute, right? Aren't they pretty? Love it. Okay, thanks for watching today. I'll see you next time. Have a great Tag Tuesday and rest of the week, and I'll see you next time. Happy crafting.